everyone, this is Nidhi Ghetia. Today we will discuss about the our subject that is herbal drug technology. So that's called that is BP 603 TP. In this subject today we will discuss this new topic that is nutraceuticals in various diseases. Okay, various diseases like cancer treatment, anti-diabetic, then CVD and also IBD. Okay, so today's our study of the content that is the nutraceutical in cancer treatment, then nutraceuticals as the anti-diabetic treatment, then nutraceutical in the cardiovascular disease treatment, and nutraceutical in the inflammatory bowel disease that is IBD. Okay, IBD. So now let's get started with the nutraceuticals in cancer treatment. So the leading cause for the death of adult in cancer. Okay, leading cause for the death of the adult is the cancer. So the treatment of the cancer involves the expensive and traumatic, that is the physical injury. Okay, traumatic, that means the physical injuries, use of the drugs, surgery and irradiation, that is the radiation therapy. Irradiation, that is radiation therapy or chemotherapy. So the nutraceuticals have the ability to control and regulate the DNA damaging factors in the cancer cells and DNA transcription in the tumors. So they possess numerous therapeutic benefits like the anti-obesity, immunity enhancement, natural antioxidant, cardiovasculars, then anti-diabetic and anti-inflammatory effect. They stop the all these treatment or these effect in our body. Okay, these all are the main causes of the cancer in our body. Then the herbal based dietary supplements or nutraceuticals, both are the same. Dietary supplements, this part of the nutraceuticals. So the herbal based dietary supplements or the nutraceuticals knowing to antagonize therapy. So the research says that phytochemicals are proven to be the potential to interfere even with the late stage cancer and altering the metastatic spread of the cancer. Okay, late stage, that is the also consider that last stage cancer. Okay, so there has been vast growth in the nutraceutical industries to yield the large number of phytochemicals containing nutraceutical with diverse composition and health claim due to the increased application of phytochemicals in the cancer care. Okay. So the numerous nutraceuticals have showing to the regulate specific tumor suppressor genes and cancer driving genes. Okay, cancer driving genes. By utilizing a daily diet of the nutraceuticals specific to the entire possible genes combinations found in your particular form of the cancer, we can inhibit the overexpressed oncogenes unique to the to that form of the cancer. Okay, in daily diet we can use the nutraceutical based any phytochemicals or phytoconstituents based diet. So they suppress the cancer cells and they inhibit the cancer cells expression or inhibition, and then we cover the we will treat the cancer. Okay. So some promises of the nutraceuticals in the cancer treatment, that is poliotropic activity, then target classical Singlena activity, that is activity between the two cells or pathways, then sensitize tumor cells to chemotherapy and radiotherapies, then generally well tolerated and parent structure usable for the design of novel synthetic analogues for improving efficacy. Okay. So now we will discuss the some challenges of the nutraceuticals in cancer research. So the bioavailability of that is the metabolism effectively, then high systemic concentration and difficult to achieve. Okay, in cancer bioavailability that is very lower. So metabolism rate is effectively then high, the systemic concentration and difficult to achieve. Insufficient preclinical data to advance the combinational multi-agent therapy in the clinical settings. So, lower priority by pharmaceutical industries as they may not be patented. Now we can see the nutraceuticals which are widely used in the cancer therapy. Some agents or some chemical constituents they used for the cancer treatment. Okay. So the first one bioactive component, that is the phytoconstituent, that is eugenol. So deriving from the clove, that is loving, for the inhibition of cells proliferation, inhibition of the cell proliferation. Okay. Then diosgenin, that is derived from the fenugreek. So they suppress the proliferation of the cancerous cells and inhibit the NFK beta activity. Then piperine, derived from the pepper. So they inhibit the cell proliferation. Pepper, that is the tikha. Okay. And allicin, that is garlic, induce the apoptosis of the cell. Then beta carotene and lycopene, they derived from the tomatoes, they induce the apoptosis. Then quercetin, derived from the black tea, induce the apoptosis. Then 6-gingeranol, derived from the ginger, that is adrak, act as the anti-inflammatory and as a 5-HT3 receptor antagonist. Then lemon, that citrus fruit, citrus oil, derived from the citrus fruit or citrus oil. So they has inhibitory effect on the cell migration. Okay. Now we will discuss about the another disease, that is diabetes. Okay. So in a nutraceutical as or in diabetic anti-diabetic. So the diabetes is the metabolic syndrome where a person suffers from high blood sugar, blood glucose level. It is caused due to lack of insulin production or the body cells do not respond properly to insulin or both. Some nutraceuticals used to treat the prevent diabetes are Umbellica officinale and fenugreek and green tea. Okay, Umbellica officinale, that is the amla, fenugreek, that is the methi, and green tea, that is the green tea. Okay, as we know what is green tea, that are the higher they having the higher antioxidant constituents. It also includes the antioxidant vitamins like vitamin C and vitamin E and minerals like magnesium and chromium. Okay. So they generally act by affecting insulin sensitivity and also prevent the insulin resistance. Some act by increasing hepatic glycogen concentration and decrease the concentration of glycogen phosphorylase and glyconeogenic enzymes. Okay. Now we will discuss about the another disease, that is cardiovascular disease, that name, that is the CVD. Okay. So in the incidence of the chronic disease like the cardiovascular disease, cancer, diabetes and obesity is rapidly increased in the in this generation. Okay, so the cardiovascular disease, CVD, refers to group of the cardio disorder of the heart and blood vessels, including with the hypertension, that is high blood pressures, coronary artery disease, coronary heart disease or heart attack, cerebrovascular disease, that is the stroke, heart failure, peripheral vascular disease, like another also, etc. Okay. Majority of the CVD are preventable and controllable. It was reported that low intake of fruits and vegetables is associated with the high mortality in cardiovascular disease. Nutraceuticals in the form of antioxidant, dietary fibers, omega-3 polyunsaturated fatty acid, then vitamins and minerals are recommended together with the physical exercise for the prevention and treatment of the CVD. So the polyphenol present in the grape and in wine alter cellular metabolism and signalina, that is the active constituent or activity between the two cells, which is constituent with reduce the arterial disease. Then flavonoids are widely distributed in the onion, endive, cruciferous vegetables, then black grapes, red wine, then grapefruits, apples, cherries and berries. Okay. Flavonoids in the plant available as the flavanone, that containing the flavonoids apigenin found in the chamomile. Okay. Then flavanones, that hesperidin, that derived from the citrus fruits, then silibin, milk thistlate flavonols, they derived from the teas, quercetin, camphorol, and rutin grapefruit or rutin buckwheat, then zincoflavanone, that glycoside that derived from the zincago. Okay, so play a major role in the curing the cardiovascular disease. So the flavonoids is a block the angiotensin and converting enzyme, that is SCE, angiotensin covering enzyme, that raises blood pressures by blocking the suicide enzyme, that cyclooxygenase, that breaks down prostaglandins. They prevent the platelets stickiness and hence the platelet aggression. Okay. So the flavonoids also protect the vascular system and strengthen the tiny capillaries to carrying the oxygen and essential nutrients to the cells. Okay, they transfer the oxygen and essential nutrients to the cells. Then flavonoids blocks the enzyme that produce estrogen, thus reducing the risk of the estrogen induced cancer. Okay. Now we will discuss about the IBD, that is the inflammatory bowel disease. Okay, so inflammatory bowel disease, there's chronic inflammation in the digestive tract. So the IBD is the umbrella term used to describe disorder that involves the chronic inflammation of your digestive tract. It is well known that dietary components affect the structure and activity of the essential bacteria. So the inflammatory bowel disease and other inflammatory condition of the gut have long been associated with the imbalance of mucosal level of microflora. They produce the short chain fatty acid and such as the biuret and propionate. Okay. Then western food intake, that is they having the high sugar, fats and low fruits and vegetables and other dietary fibers. So they leads to altered structure and functions of the flora in gut. So which might flower and increase the incidence of IBD. Flora are present in the digestive tract, okay, in intestine. That are the one type of the microorganisms. So dietary fibers are converted by the anaerobic bacteria in SCFAS, that is short chain fatty acid, in intestine, which in turn regulate the genes involved in the proliferation, then differentiation and apoptosis of the intestinal epithelial cells and affected composition of the gut microbiota. Okay. So the various studies have reported decrease SCFAS production of or decrease the SCFAS producing bacteria in IBD patients. IBD, that is inflammatory bowel disease. Okay. Short chain fatty acid production or decrease the short chain fatty acid producing bacteria in IBD patients. So the effect of the SCFAS on IBD, that is predominantly mediated by the regulating both innate and adaptive immune response. Okay. So now we will see the some various nutraceutical used against the different disease. Okay. In first one, that is Alzheimer. So for the treating purpose of the Alzheimer, we use the vitamin E and C, and also alpha linolenic acid, lipoic acid. Then cardiovascular, that is flavonoids deriving from the onion and black grapes. Then Parkinson, they are treated by the vitamin E. Then obesity, treated by the chitosan, fenugreek and vitamin C. Then diabetes, they treated with the calcium, vitamin D and Amlica officinalis. Then osteoarthritis, that is glucosamine, chondroitin sulfate. Then constipation, that is buckwheat. Then vision improving by the carrot, mango, spinach, kiwi, egg yolk. Then antioxidant, that is the oats, fruits, citrus fruits, carrots and also green tea. Then anti-inflammatory, that is the turmeric, and hypertension, curry leaves, green tea, and hyperlipidemia, that is Amblica officinalis. Okay. This is various nutraceutical agents used against the different diseases. Some key ingredients of the nutraceuticals, nutrients by our different organs. Okay, for the our different organs. So first one, that is the heart of the health. So their key ingredients, that is the omega-3 fatty acid, then plant sterols, soya protein. Then eye health, for the key ingredient, that is the xanthanin, then astaxanthin, then lutein, bilberries extract for the eye health. Then joint health, that is probiotic fibers, then calcium and vitamin D and K. Then for the digestive tract, prebiotics, probiotics. In joint health, we can use the prebiotics, okay, not probiotics, prebiotics. In digestive health, we can use the probiotics, prebiotics and digestive enzymes, okay. And for the immune health, we can use yeast, beta glucan, then galacto, then galacto-oligosaccharide and fructans. Okay, these all are the key ingredients for our different organ, okay, or different disease. So now we will end this session of nutraceutical in various diseases. Thank you to all.